Hello, I am Super Viper T302, and this is going to be my marathon submission video for Super Mario 64 1 star. So let's just go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, my N64 did not start. 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Don't know what that was all about. So, if you've ever seen a Super Mario 64 speedrun before, or if you've just played the game casually, you're probably thinking to yourself, why 1 star? Or like, how can you do this category? Because don't you need 70 stars in order to beat the game casually? Or like, beat the game normally? That is true if you're not using glitches. So there's a really broken glitch in this game called BLJing, or backwards long jumping, where Mario gains a tiny amount of speed every time he long jumps backwards. This speed does quickly get reset, but there's no cap on it. So if you have Mario land from his long jump immediately, which can happen in situations like with a ceiling, a slope, an elevator, or stairs, then Mario will land immediately from his long jump, and he can long jump again and decrease his speed even more to get insane amounts of negative speed, which can allow you to clip through the star doors a lot earlier than you're supposed to. This is a very difficult category to do, but it's also really short and interesting to watch. So, start off, we got the standard like Key to skip, where you just gotta long jump off the left side of the bridge. I didn't get it. To skip this cutscene here. Alright, so now I got the lobby BLJ, or LBLJ. This is a fairly complex trick. There's a lot of parts to it, and it loses quite a bit of time if you mess it up. Alright, good so far. Alright, that was perfect. Almost, but first try still good. So I clipped into underneath one of the pillars using a ledge grab, and then I BLJ'd against the ceiling hitbox of the room I clipped out of. Because when you, ceilings cancel out Mario's movement entirely, and they reset his vertical speed to 0 if he jumps into them. And so that allowed me to generate the speed I needed to clip past that star door, but I had to navigate all through the lobby with backward speed in order to get that to work. So again, it's not as difficult as the BLJ you're about to see, but if you fail it, you lose a lot more time. So I'll go ahead and explain the next BLJ I have to do. It's called SBLJ, or side BLJ, where I'm basically going to be BLJing on this side of a small difference between two different floors. So the floors are very close together in height, and yeah, Bowser throws are still a pain in this category. And you're going to be noticing that I'm going to be doing a lot of BLJs against the wall after I launch off the banister, which is hard enough to get because it requires a super precise setup. And that's stuff so I can get a little bit more speed to actually make it past the 30-star door. This is a very difficult trick. It took me years to figure out, and it's widely regarded as one of the hardest tricks to learn in this game. The setup for it is somewhat consistent though. And I have to re-enter the Bowser stages to exit course because that star door still requires 8 stars and I have 0. So I kind of can't go back through the star door, but you can just go back in and exit course and it takes you back to the lobby. Okay, so here goes SBLJ. Let's see how many tries this takes me. I could get this in like 2 tries, or it could take me like 3 minutes. So let's see here. That's not what I want to have happen. Alright, that's perfect. So each BLJ I'm doing here is giving me a little bit of extra speed. That should work. Nice. Second try is really good. That's a very finicky BLJ. So this is the 1 star I'm collecting, the submarine star in Dire Docks, because you need to collect it in order to spawn Bowser in the Fire Sea. There is a way to skip past Dire Docks and get into Bowser in the Fire Sea early with only 1 star, or with 0 stars, but I don't know how to do that, so we're just going to stick with 1 star. But yeah, you can beat this game with 0 stars, and again, there is a variant of it. But this is still kind of the any percent way to beat the game. You can either do 0 or 1 star, I guess. And in a marathon, you can't really control whether you get EDD skip or not, so you just kind of have to take what you got. So that's the only star I'm collecting in this entire run. Now it's time for Bowser in the Fire Sea, where I'm going to be going through the early elevator cycle, which requires a pretty specific movement to do. You have only a little bit of leeway, but it's pretty simplified movement, so nothing too difficult here. So I'm on pace to make the cycle here. I just gotta nail this triple jump and we're good. So I could deal with all this crap ahead of me, but I'm just gonna walk him on the side instead. This is quite a bit faster. It's a little finicky to pull off. Just lob this into the entrance to the fight, and that's Bowser in the fire seat. So now it's time for this throw. This is probably the easiest throw to make, but the worst one to miss, because if you miss this throw, then Bowser will do this attack again if he falls off the stage, and you can't grab his tail during this. I have to wait here. That looks perfect. Alright, so the rest of this run is pretty much going to play out like if you've ever watched a 16-star run, which is sort of an easier variant of any percent, then the rest of this run will probably look somewhat familiar to you. So now we just have to do the stair BLJs to get past the 50-star door and the endless stairs. They're nowhere near as difficult as the 2 BLJs I did earlier in this run, but they're really finicky still, and you can still lose quite a bit of time to them if the game just decides it hates you. So yeah, I'm going upstairs with only 1 star. Again, you can go up with 0, but we're just going to stick with 1 star because it's a lot better. And you can just kind of ledge grab through the ceiling there, no big deal. So here comes the 50-star door BLJ. That might work. There we go. First try. That was a little slow though. Now I got a BLJ to get past the trigger that makes you go backwards on the endless stairs. Perfect. And we're in Bowser in the Sky with only 1 star. So now I just gotta play through this stage, which if you've seen a 16 or 70-star run, you know how this stage goes. That was close. So the only really tricky part of this stage is the triple jump wall kick I have to do midway through on the orange platforms, and then also the Bowser throws. And for the safety of this run, I'm going to go for the non-moving left-sided setup. It was probably the easiest and most consistent setup, but also the slowest. Alright, I don't know what happened with my angle there, but that somehow worked. Now it's time for the Bowser throws, which are just as bad in this category as they are in any other category, really. And especially with how optimized this category is because of how short it is, this can be a really bad ending to the run after nailing all those difficult tricks. That might hit. That's 1. That's 2. And that should be 3. Nice. This is actually going to be a PB. Because, yeah, I don't run this category very often, so my PB is somewhat unoptimized. So, here we go. Time ends when I touch the big star, which is... I don't know what happened there, but let's... Alright, whatever. You didn't see anything. So just pretend I finished that run. I'll retime it later and probably figure out what it was. But yeah, that's SM64 1 star. As you can see there, my PB was an 846, but that was like probably an 836 or something with how interesting that ending was. But yeah, so that's 1 star. I would really only consider accepting this as a bonus run because of how short it is. And because I also run some of the longer categories, and those probably deserve more attention. But if you need a nice little SM64 category that doesn't get shown off very often, accept this. So yeah, there you go. That's 1 star. Thank you for watching, and thank you for considering this submission.